Hello and welcome back to the Best Bar None channel. My name is Tom Strauch, and today I'm going to show you my best recipe for making fried green tomatoes. We're going to start with our oil mix. This is a canola and olive oil blend that I like to use when I'm cooking anything on a medium or high heat so that it doesn't smoke like regular olive oil would. We want to get enough in the pan to cover the bottom evenly, and maybe a little bit extra. And we're going to turn it on, like I said, a medium, little on the high side of medium. And we're going to get that heating up. Now while we're doing that, we're going to take our green tomato. My mother brought these from the garden, so they're nice and fresh. We cut off the end. Set it aside. And then you want to make your slices about 1/3 to 1/2 of an inch. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, just whatever you feel comfortable with. If they're too thick, they're not going to cook all the way through. But if they're too thin, they'll fall apart. Now we use the green tomatoes because if you use red tomatoes, they just get all mushy when you try and cook them. Set aside the ends. Now with these, we're first going to put a little salt and some pepper right on them. Gets the seasoning going. The salt penetrates a little bit. I'm going to set this aside. Now we're going to make our dry batter. We're going to start with some flour. This is about 1/3 cup. This is not an exact measurement, just what you think you might need. Add about the same amount of breadcrumbs. That's what makes it nice and crunchy when you eat them. And then our additional seasonings, garlic powder. Sprinkle some on the top. Some chili powder to give it just a little bit of a kick. Use as much or as little as you want, or you don't have to use it at all if you don't like it. And then my extra special ingredient is some thyme. This is some dried thyme that I have. It smells nice and gives it a nice flavor. We're going to add a little more salt and some more pepper. We're going to take our fork and just mix that around in the bowl. Do it as best you can. I sometimes spill some things too, so we get a nice even batter so that we can get the batter nice and coated evenly on the tomatoes. Now, I'm going to use unsweetened almond milk for my milk. This makes this a nice vegetarian dish. You can use regular milk, or you can even use the egg milk if you want to do an egg batter. As you can see, just enough so that we can get them submerged. Now we're going to take our tomato slices and we're going to dip them into the milk and let them sit for about 30 seconds to a minute so that they soak up some of the milk. So now those are ready. We're going to take them dipped in our flour mixture. Coat them on both sides evenly. Just do your best, bar none. And you set them into the oil, which at this point is hot. I can feel the heat coming off of it. You can see it's already bubbling a little bit. All right, now they're all in the pan. You notice they're evenly spaced. They're not touching each other. We're going to cover it with the lid. And we're gonna let them go for about 5 minutes and we'll check them to see if they've started to brown. All right, we're gonna check now and see if they're golden brown. They certainly are sizzling nicely. I have my trusty tongs, flip it over, and there we have it. They're turning a nice golden brown. We're going to give it a few minutes to cook on the other side, and we will be back in just a few. All right, they've been going long enough, they should be done. You can see how pretty they look in the pan. I'm going to pull them out, set them on the paper towel so that they will cool and it will absorb some of the excess oil. After a few minutes, we'll be right back and do the taste test. See you then. Welcome back, and now it's time for the taste test. Joe, would you like to come and taste these?
Are we tasting? Ooh, fried green tomatoes! One of my absolute favorite things Tom ever makes. Oh, these look fantastic. Yum.
Here we go.
I've been smelling these and wanting to try. Mmm. They're spectacular.
They came out really nice. There's a nice crispiness.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Great flavoring from the seasoning.
Mmm. Oh, and they're nice and tender. Very nice.
Yeah, like I said, if you use the red tomatoes, they would get all mushy and it doesn't really work. So the green tomatoes cook up perfectly every time.
Yeah, and you got a great golden brown on them, and they're a wonderful thickness. Mmm. Love it.
Yay. So if you like what you've seen, make sure you like our video, subscribe, and please share with your friends so that they can enjoy them too. Until next time, I'm Tom, this is Joe.
And I'm Joe. Keep living your life
the best bar none.